Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you're having a good Thursday. Welcome back to me. It's been a bit. Sorry for my absence. I was gone and then I came back and I have time to do recap videos. Still streaming though. If you haven't caught us on there, hit the notification bell. We stream every day. It's February 23rd, Thursday. We're gonna look at a little TA SPY with this V, GME with this similar stuff. Look at the options and the futures trades I've been doing. And where we're going, what's going on with BBY. Sub up, like up, comment down. Happy Money sticks around. Follow us on Twitter at Happy Money YT, as well as our Discord server. Link for those are in the description. A lot, I guess, has moved around since I've been away, but basically this was and did end up being the top up here, and we were kind of calling it, but it just chopped around a bit. So, yeah, really, this day would have been your sign. That inverted hammer is bearish. We had a bearish MACD, and that's red under the 9 moving average. So that would have been your signal to go short. I actually went short at 418, just trying to catch a resistance, if you recall, whatever, 2 weeks ago, and got stopped out on it, unfortunately. But that would have been literally just about the perfect top. But anyways, here we are. It's moved down. We've had some gaps, had some volatility. Today's a big red hammer candle. So PCE data tomorrow. Everything's still bearish on it. The tick up on the RSI is kind of bullish, and then this hammer candle is kind of bullish. So maybe a little rally before some more downs. We do have this triple RSI divergence here, but this is on the hourly, so I don't like that too much. Bullish MACD, green over the 9, so looks like we might actually rally. I actually just opened up a short, which I want to close, but I think that the rally today might be about over. Anyways, yeah, so look at this. It seems like we might... The longer term trend is down, in my opinion. But now I'm just noticing here we have a head and shoulders too on the hourly. So maybe just kind of consolidation and some sideways closing tomorrow for the week. Somewhere in this range with some intraday volatility. Maybe not a break of either side. That might be my guess. And then maybe next week we'd continue the downtrend. Yeah, interesting. We'll go over the futures trades. I actually did have a short up here on the SPY. I had an oil short, nat gas long. Before we do that though, let's look at GME and BBBY. GME is a mess, about as messy as all my lines on this chart are. We had a cup and handle, which is bullish. We had bearish MACD. Now we have a red under the 9 moving average. Basically moving with the SPY, but also not any signs of a pattern that we've previously seen. So it's just looking bearish still for the most part. The IV and the options are so cheap though. It's crazy. This is the cheapest I think I've seen it maybe in years. So that's a good sign for going long on options. But if it's going to go down, you want to go long on puts. So I actually did 100% on weeklies on puts this week. It was actually 200%. I was actually getting them for margin, but I also thought it was going to come down. I got 20 puts, I think, this day. 20 strike puts. And just this little move we've had the last 48 hours, they went up 200%. So... IB didn't pump a whole lot, but yeah, it's very low presently. Yeah, I'm closing out these MESs. I don't like them. Market's rallying up, and we're coming into, yeah, I'll leave those for now. So yeah, if we get a retest, I don't know if we're still gonna retest down here 15, 40, 16 range. Earnings on GME are next month sometime. It was on the 17th, I think, last year. They haven't announced yet, so we don't always get a rally or a dip into or after earnings, but it has happened pretty often. This time I'm not sure, but it looks like we could be dipping into earnings and then a rally out of it. Last earnings they were free cash flow positive. This earnings potentially positive EPS. That might be too crazy to think, but maybe they are. But yeah, so I positioned myself somewhat. I've reduced exposure somewhat. And yeah, BBBY, it's still bearish looking, and that's kind of what I was saying for quite some time, even though I did go long. Kind of ignored my TA and got into the hype. But that being said, I think it's a much safer play now that bankruptcy is off the table, at least for a few quarters, and potential for maybe a merger or acquisition that's going on. But yeah, I think we're gonna have one last final gap fill down here at this 130. So we filled all the other ones, and really the last one is this 131. So that's where I'll be looking to probably average down, maybe some more cash secured puts, maybe some more shares. Not all of my capital that I want to expose myself to on it, but some of it, because it finds support here, and then it very well could keep coming down lower. So that is just one of my buy targets there. The all-time low is 88 cents. That was like pretty shortly after I IPO'd. So yeah, I mean, that would be the final support. But basically the market cap on this thing it's down to 176 million, 174 million. So if it's not going bankrupt and they can get a handle on their debt, and they can become cash flow positive, this thing's crazy good value with a company that's doing over $1 billion in revenue a quarter. So yep, still speculative. The options premium on it is still high. It's come down some, but it's still very high, which is nice for theta farming, which I have been doing on it. I had $1.50 cash secured puts, which actually closed yesterday for 50% profit, because I thought we're going to keep going down. I might as well just close these out. I had half the profit on them, and today they would have probably been negative, so that worked out. My covered calls I closed out today for 80% profit, and I could hold till tomorrow for that last cent on the options, but no reason. Might as well just reduce that risk in case there's an upside move in the after hours. But yeah, so this one looks like there's no signs of basically a floor yet. I'm not seeing any divergences. There's nothing, no inverse head and shoulders. So volume's still crazy high. It's trading almost a float every day, which is wild. But we'll see what happens at that gap fill. See if we'll start to get some upward momentum, and then that'll be a good trigger to go more long, average down, whatever, start a position. I'll probably do some cash secured puts and probably get some more shares, so probably a bit of both. And I think that could happen tomorrow. Here's our options account. I'm having to do some finagling with my GME. So these puts today, yep, they're only up 6% now. They dropped 200% earlier today. But I can't close them because they're married puts to these shares. We'll see what I'll do tomorrow. But yeah, Tesla play, it's down 43%. Not awful, not great. It's held up very well as a put debit spread. So I still have 22 days on it. Since it is a spread, it's held up much better than if it was just a long put. Didn't do anything on here today, just a sweep to my futures account. I did do some trading on. And it's this one. We got Nat Gas here. Nat Gas finally found its floor. I am pretty sure of that, pretty confident. We got inverted head and shoulders here. On the UNG chart, there's an RSI divergence. I guess you can maybe see it here too. Yeah, here and here. See, this RSI is lower than here, and this price action is lower, so that's coming down and this is going up. Look at all this volume coming in here too. So yeah, I think we're at a low and we should see a pretty good rally here. I guess it hasn't rallied a whole lot yet. There's still, it's still very early, so upside could be still very, very big on this. I think a move up to even $4.50 would not be out of the question, and maybe in pretty short order. So there's some macroeconomic news and stuff like that that'll affect the price, but yeah. Anyways, so I have a couple micros on here. Closed one out this morning. I think here. I can't remember. No, it was here. Actually, I closed it out. Rallied back up. I opened up another one here, and then another one here. So I have two now. I'm basically just going to be buying them on the dip, just one at a time. I've got another order for a VWAP purchase. I'll watch it after hours, see if we get a dip, pick up more. So the two I have on here, yeah, I just have two. We're up 3%. I'd like to really build this position out. And then today we traded oil. I did some micro ES. Oil worked out all right. It kind of had a weird rally midday, which was strange. So I just made a little bit on it. Could have made more. I think oil's definitely going to come down with the market. But it might have a bit of a bounce with the market before that happens. DC data in the morning. Yeah, looks like SPY is breaking out of that little head and shoulders on the hourly. And so that RSI divergence is probably back on the table. And that hammer candle's quite bullish. So we'll see what PCE does. Looking for a bounce on the market to probably enter another short. And that'll probably be the same with oil. So yeah, so I had him short here. Actually, I had it short here. I had a bad entry. Had it short here, rallied, stomached it, came down here, and then I was on the phone with E-Trade trying to figure out my margin, and it did this. I'm like, So I got back out here, actually, fortunately. But anyways, that's what I got. We'll see you on Discord. Thanks for watching. Peace out.